Hello and welcome to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. I am sitting today at the Hang Ten Car Wash corporate headquarters in downtown Winchester. Ashley Farley is sitting here with me. She is their partnership lead. Michael Martin is joining us as well. He is their marketing director. And I joked with you guys when I came in that I expected to see more purple on the walls. I was a little disappointed. You're both wearing your purple polos that are part of your corporate look. I expected there to be purple on the wall.
Yeah, there might be paintbrushes here next week.
Gotta get that accent wall going.
Yeah, you gotta have some sort of pop. It's a great color.
It really
so
is.
you really,
especially with the aqua.
Yes, it's not orange.
No,
but I'll take
not.
it. The aqua looks really good with the orange.
It does.
So, Michael, I'm excited that you and Ashley both agreed to sit and have a conversation with me today because I have been seeing your car washes pop up. Crossover Boulevard, Front Royal. Did you guys start here in Winchester, or are you a much larger national company? Give me some history.
So we're based out of Winchester, downtown Winchester. Our first location opened on Crossover Boulevard just over a year ago. So we are a baby company, but we're already at 4 locations, with our newest one just opened up in Front Royal. And we're trying to revolutionize the car wash industry right here in Winchester. No gimmick pricing, 2 clear wash options, and our customer's favorite, we have a dog wash.
I love the dog wash.
Everyone's favorite.
I actually heard about the dog wash before I even realized you were a car wash.
We get that a lot.
So I think that's fantastic. Now, when you say revolutionize car washing, are you doing something different? Is it the options that I have when I pull up to get my car washed? What makes you guys a little bit different or sets you apart?
I can talk all day about that.
You got 10 minutes.
Yeah. So most car washes that you think are dingy, dirty, self-serve bays. We are express tunnel based car wash. Our car wash is open. It's almost like a greenhouse, so you can see all the chemicals going in your car. You're really getting that value prop for our members. And we use name brand products, Armor All, Rain-X, Black Magic, Blue Corral. What really sets us apart are people. We have twice the amount of employees on site for a car wash than a normal car wash chain does. And obviously our members have access to our dog wash, so they can get their cars clean and their dogs clean for just $25 a month, less than $1 a day. So it's really changed the game of car washing. Most of our competitors are twice that price for just a car wash.
Just for a car wash.
Exactly. We keep it simple. Little Kahuna, 15, Big Kahuna, 25. And most of our members are Big Kahunas because no one wants to be a little Kahuna.
Absolutely wants to be a little. I'm with you there. That was a genius marketing thing.
Exactly.
And so you've got the location on Crossover. You've got the newest location in Front Royal. You were telling me before we started recording you have one in Harrisonburg and potentially a second there as well.
So we have 2 here in Winchester, one on Crossover Boulevard and one over on Route 50 West near the hospital, right next to the new Sheets right there, next to the Walmart. That's our most popular location right now, actually. And then we opened one last fall in Harrisonburg, and that one is also doing very well. We are opening a second one this fall on East Market Street.
And Harrisonburg's a college town.
And we're the official car wash of James Madison University as well.
That makes it. Now the purple's all coming together. The purple and the aqua suddenly now is all making sense.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit. The Dukes. We have a dog mascot, actually, an actual costume, and we played in a basketball game.
That's
last
fun.
fall. So 2 dogs, rivalry. The purples, it just made perfect sense to become the official car wash last fall.
Ashley, when I introduced you as the partnership lead. What does that mean exactly?
So my role here with Hang Ten is managing the business fleet memberships, but most importantly, our fundraising platform, which is a big impact on our community all around, from Harrisonburg through Winchester. We've got a platform that nonprofits, sports teams, all sorts of organizations and groups can use. They will sell our $25 Big Kahuna car wash, that premium wash. And for every one of those that they sell, we donate $12.50, so half of every car wash sold, back to that group, back to that organization. We cover the credit card and platform fees. We provide them with a unique QR code and URL link and branded flyers that they can print to distribute to other community businesses and such as that, to help spread the word of their fundraiser. And it's creating a large impact. It's enabled us to get our name out there and let people know we're not a fly-by-night. We're here to stay. We're here as a part of the community.
You and I originally met, I think it was last December, at a Top of Virginia Regional Chamber mixer that the United Way was co-hosting with Winchester Brew Works and Brian Pellet from Bonnie Blue.
Yes.
And I think you were a new member at that point, so
Yes.
you got put on the hot seat and had to stand up in front of everybody and tell everyone who Hang Ten Car Wash was and what you do. And you mentioned that platform, and the number of nonprofits in that room since United Way was a co-host, their eyes lit up. They were so excited that it's a different way to fundraise that sometimes is a whole lot easier than putting on an event. So I'm sure you really have had a lot of requests.
It is. We do get a lot of requests on a daily, weekly, monthly basis for donations and sponsorships. And this has allowed us to move away from the traditional sponsorships and donations to create and give that bigger impact to everybody in the community. It has been huge. People might mistake it for a spirit night type situation, and it's not. The group will decide the length of their campaign. They can make it short and sweet, run it long. They can even extend the end date if things are starting out slow, they're having a little trouble, because it is a whole new aspect of fundraising. It's virtual, it's web-based, no delivering the products or tracking them. So it is a lot easier in some aspects, but because it is new, some people are like, oh, how best to go about this? I'd love to reach out and just provide tips and tricks and even things from other groups and just see where it takes them.
And it's so easy, because the other side of that from a nonprofit perspective is creating that QR code and having the marketing materials and trying to educate and explain whoever they're trying to sell this to on what it is and how it works. You basically do all of that for them and give that to them.
Right.
So all they have to do is reach out to their contacts and make the ask.
Yeah, send those text and email blasts and reach out to your friends and family. And the car wash that they're selling, it's our premium car wash. It's not something that the buyer has to be pressured to go out and use that day. That car wash that they purchase will be good for a year. Not great weather? Good. Hold on till next week or next month. You got an event coming up. Great for gifts. You can gift them to friends and family. So there's a lot of aspects to it and a lot of great feedback.
So I always assumed that car washes, and you can tell me whether or not I'm wrong about this, that they were very dependent on the weather. When you talk about not great weather, that people don't necessarily go through a car wash when rain is in the forecast or when it's raining. And I have since learned that I have a lot of friends that they don't care.
Nope.
That they will come through even if it has rained, particularly if they live, because it's a very rural community, the Shenandoah Valley. So a lot of people are living on dirt roads. They're living off grid in some cases, and they don't want any of that mud. So even if it is continuing to rain, they will still come and get their car washed.
Absolutely. We are open 362 days a year. So we're just closed 3 major holidays. We've even now expanded our business hours to opening at 7 a.m. instead of 8 a.m.
And we're truly unlimited. You can come in 5 times on a single day. That's what, again, makes this different. Most car wash chains limit it to just 1 time a day.
Get out.
It's just 1 time. If you try to come back, say in the afternoon, they turn you away. So we're truly unlimited. You come 5 times a day. That's what's great about our memberships.
Ashley, you mentioned a second ago business fleet, because my husband works for Dodson Pest Control. They have a very stringent policy on how clean their vehicles need to be. Like, he does a truck inspection every Tuesday to make sure that all of the techs have clean vehicles inside and out. This is probably a blessing for a lot of the businesses in our area.
Yes, it can be a great fit for a lot of businesses, small and large. A lot of businesses are finding different ways to utilize it, even as a bonus perk for their employees. They may not have a large fleet of company vehicles, but they may want to treat their employees to an extra little bonus and take care of that, because it's a reflection of everything. The person, the business. So whether it is the business vehicle or not, a lot of companies are finding a good value in it. Again, it's that unlimited wash with our Big Kahuna. Not only is it unlimited washes, but it's unlimited washes at any of our sites. So whether or not you're traveling up and down the road, up and down 81, from Winchester to Harrisonburg, we've got you covered. You can
Now
get in,
that
get your car
is-
washed
yeah.
as many times as you need.
And a lot of the businesses that we have in this area serve that entire
Yes.
81 corridor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there a limit to how big their fleet is?
No limit to how big it is. It's a minimum requirement of 5 vehicles, but there's no maximum amount of vehicles that can be added to it. It will always be the unlimited washes. They have access to window cleaner, interior cleaner, and sanitizing scent spray at all of our vacuum stations. So once they pull through that tunnel and park in the lot, our Shaka team members come and drive the back of the vehicles for them. We'll show you where everything is, how to utilize it. Every membership comes with one of our premium towels, and we have a towel exchange program. So the member just exchanges that towel as many times as they need in the lot while they're there. And I always tell everybody, do it once more before you leave. Take home that freshly washed towel for the next trip.
Let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit more about what sets you apart. What all do I get for that Big Kahuna membership now that I know that I can go to any of them and I can go there multiple times a day? Let's talk a little bit more about what you guys do when we come back. Does that work?
Sounds great.
Okay, we're going to do all that in just a couple of minutes. Hang in there. Hang in there. We will be back in less than 10 to the Valley Today with Ashley Farley and Michael Martin from Hangten Car Wash.
Hello everyone, I'm Stephen.
And I'm Kim. We would love to meet you at our new Winchester Cider Works tasting room on East Piccadilly Street in Old Town.
That's right, we'll be downtown with great ciders, wine, food and even beer. And the best part is, we're so excited to be part of this brand new passport program where you just need 4 stamps from Winchester area breweries and cideries to get some great free swag.
So pop by our tasting room and we'll get you a passport. You can find out more information at winchesterbrewtrail.com.
Welcome back to the Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. We are sitting today at Hangten Car Wash, their corporate headquarters in downtown Winchester. Ashley Farley is here with me. She is their partnership lead. Michael Martin is here as well. He is their marketing director. So when we went to break, Ashley, we were talking about how fleet memberships work, how regular memberships work, the nonprofit partnerships and fundraisers that you do. So do I just roll up to a Hangten Car Wash and sign up to be a member? How does the actual logistics of getting my car wash work?
You can do that, and we actually just relaunched our website, so you also have the option of signing up online. But for instance, say you pull up to one of our sites here in Winchester, you're going to pull up to our pay station where one of our Shaka team members will greet you and educate you on the options that you have. We do offer 2 single washes, our Big Kahuna and our Little Kahuna. The Big Kahuna, of course, is going to be your premium wash with your tire shine, your undercarriage, ceramic coating, hot wax, graphene, and your Little Kahuna is going to be more of your basic wash. Of course, both washes, you receive the option of using our vacuum lot, the window cleaner, interior cleaner, sanitizing scent spray, and a little bit more education there in the lot with our Shaka team members where they'll go over your wash with you, make sure you're satisfied with it. They're going to dry the back of the vehicle for you. But when you're at that pay station, they're also going to give you the option of not just buying a single wash for today, but give you the option of purchasing our membership. Now, our membership is going to reload to your credit or debit card that you used to purchase that day every 28 days. Every 28 days, it'll reload to that card, but you are gifted unlimited washes with that purchase.
To that vehicle, so it's assigned to my vehicle.
Yes, it will recognize the license plate of your vehicle when you pull up as a member. With that Big Kahuna membership comes the option of using our dog wash. By appointment, of course, for the protection of everybody, but it is an unlimited dog wash use as well. So you can get your car washed and your dog. Get them a bath too, and we will take care of cleaning up that mess for you, all at the same time.
Michael, why dog washes? To me, it makes perfect sense, but I never would have thought of it until you said you had one.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're able to partner with a company that puts dog washes in like salons. We have a private room you get for 30 minutes. The machine dispenses all the shampoos, conditioners, and it's all free to the members. It's all hypoallergenic as well, premium shampoos, conditioners, tick and flea, and then also a blow dryer as
You've
well.
got the blow dryer. See, that's the problem when you go to some of these other places is it's just the washing and not necessarily the drying, and you're not going to take your car through the car wash and then put a wet dog in the back of it after you've cleaned it up. So I love that you got that you've thought of everything.
Exactly. Yeah, I take my little dog and he doesn't like the dryer that much, so I do bring a towel. We do suggest you bring a towel just in case. That's the only thing we don't provide is a towel. Just make sure your pup is completely dry before they get back in your clean car.
I love it. Of course, if I'm a member, then I get that towel you were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
Ashley,
that
and I could
premium
just
towel.
use that premium towel
You can,
on my
yeah.
dog if I wanted to. Because there are a lot of us dog parents out there that the dogs get better than we do.
That is so true.
But I love that that is something that you offer as part of the membership package, because it really is an added value for a lot of people.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just a random room. It's like almost a spa-like experience. It's a beautiful room. It's not just a dingy room or some side room that's like the dog washes maybe outside.
Like it's an
Big bright
afterthought.
window.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a climate-controlled room as well, and the machine itself, the water's always set between 71 and 78 degrees, so it's always perfect temperature for the pup.
It seems like it's so much easier than what my husband does now, which is our bathtub.
Exactly.
Yeah, no having to bend down.
And yes, he gets
no
up and
cleaning up the
complains.
mess.
Oh yes, because they like to run out of the bathroom and then they want to jump on the furniture and roll around like they're trying to dry themselves off, and the house is chaos for
Yep.
20 minutes afterwards.
We're gonna clean that room for you. We're gonna disinfect it after each appointment and make sure it's ready for the next one.
And that's not the only perk of membership. You have a members only line. Like I can say deuces people if they're backed up in the regular line and hit the members only line.
Exactly. In Front Royal, there's 2 lanes. The left side's credit debit, right side's members only. And so if there's a line, if you're a member, just hop in that line and you'll be first in the queue.
The other perk to being a member is I don't have to then worry about paying every time I go. The fact that you can recognize my license plate means I don't have to, where's my card that has to be swiped, or where's my credit card that I have to pay a discounted fee or something along those lines. It just makes it so much easier to zip in and get out the other side.
Yep. No forgetting the wallet at home worries. No sticker on the windshield. We're going to recognize that license plate with our license plate reader and get you in and out as quick as possible. And even when there is a line, it's usually only a few minutes wait. We load multiple cars and it only takes a few minutes to get through the tunnel. So your wait's a lot less than you think it's going to be when you see those cars. But those cars mean we're doing it right.
The other thing that I can also appreciate, you mentioned this a second ago, Ashley, is that there are people there.
Yes.
That's also not something that you typically get at a traditional car wash, because as you may have guessed, based on what I do for a living, I always have a lot of questions. And there's never a black and white answer to something on a computer screen or on a billboard. So having a human there that I can say, yeah, but what about? And they can answer that question. I love that.
That's right. Our Shaka team members are very friendly, very outgoing, and if we don't know the answer personally to your question, we will find somebody that does. We like to educate without being pushy, and we like to make sure that we're going to give you the right answers.
And then you were telling me during the break, Michael, that law enforcement get free car washes?
Yeah, so city, county, and state police, they get all their cruisers washed for free. So they get them washed every single day. Ashley does a great job and is there a point of contact for them. And they're free to use them every single day to get their cruisers washed to keep our men and women in blue looking shiny.
Looking shiny. And that's a really great thing to do too, because when you talk about being, I think you called yourself a baby of a company of sorts, that's a really great thing to do when you come into a community like ours. To be able to say, hey, we got your back. We want to make sure that we can do something for you. And it's such a simple thing that I'm sure means a lot to them. Because like we mentioned earlier, they're in and out of all kinds of places.
Absolutely. And the states or whatever is not always necessarily paying for them to maintain the exterior of their vehicle. And it's something that's been very appreciated by all of the departments I've reached out to. I have a rough total of about 8 to 10 small to large departments that wash with us for free. The police, like you mentioned, state, city, sheriff's departments, you name it. Where we are, we've got them in with us and they're washing for free, so we can just do a little something to give back. Again, we're part of the community.
We talked earlier about the partnership and the fundraising opportunities that you have with nonprofits, but you also have a foundation. I mentioned earlier that you and I met at that December mixer, and then a couple of months later I show up at the United Way office where you guys have this giant check and you're giving United Way $2,000. You do a percentage of your sales? Is that how it works?
Exactly. Yeah, we give 1% back to all local communities. And last year was our first year of giving when Crossover first opened. and our second location didn't even open up till June. And then we're still able to give $19,000 away to local organizations in Winchester.
And Harrisonburg as well.
And as soon as Front Royal has some time under their belt, they'll join the family of the foundation.
When we first opened Front Royal, we wanted to give back as fast as possible, so we actually gave $1,000 to the Warren County Humane Society the day we opened.
At a ribbon cutting.
That is fantastic. And that also makes sense because you have a dog wash.
Exactly.
I don't think we can say dog wash enough in this whole thing.
Might be Hang 10 Car Wash and Dog Wash.
Now, can I go online to your website and say I want to gift my kid who's about to go off to college? Say they're going to go to JMU. And I want to make sure that they have the ability to get their car washed whenever they want so that they don't bring it home looking a hot mess. Can I do some sort of gift membership to family or friends or my kids for them to get with their license plate? How does that work?
Yes, you can absolutely visit our website and sign up online for a membership. You're just going to put in the same information we would ask you at the site. License plate, vehicle information, which plan you would like, the $25 Big Kahuna or the $15 Little Kahuna. The Little Kahuna would be site specific, so if they're going away to college, you would want to make sure you set it up for that location by their college. But that is one of the big perks of the Big Kahuna is that they can use any location for just a few dollars more, less than $1 a day.
Okay, so not to diss on your different plans, but for $10 extra, why would anybody ever get a Little Kahuna? I'm just wondering, because you get all of these perks with the Big Kahuna. I get that you should offer options for anyone's budget, but I am 100% in favor of the Big Kahuna all the way.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like we talked about dog wash again. Dog wash is included, use at any site. In Front Royal, we tested a free tire machine, like you would see at Sheetz. Big Kahuna members get access to a free tire machine at the site now.
See, that's nice because they never work in any of those places. And since you have people there on site, the likelihood that everything is going to be working and running is much higher because you've got people to take care of that.
And even when things go down, we've got a team that's not far behind working to fix any issues going on at any of the sites. We have our own maintenance team, so they're there and ready.
So do you have plans for future locations in a perfect world? Would you like to have one in every town up and down 81?
That is the plan. It's in the pipeline. Up and down 81, all the way to Hagerstown, Martinsburg, Winchester, potentially Woodstock, Harrisonburg, and all the way down to Blacksburg even. We're looking all through Virginia. And our other group, they have locations in Summerville, South Carolina, and we're opening up another one in Orlando, Florida next month.
Wow, so people could literally do like a Hang 10 across America tour.
Exactly. All the way to the beach, yes.
If they have the Big Kahuna, they can go to any location.
Exactly.
And the one thing that we haven't touched on, so I want to make sure we touch on this before we wrap up, because we're sitting here on a beautiful day. The sun is shining. We've had a ton of rain. There may be rain in the forecast over the weekend, but we have not talked about the all-important winter season.
Yes.
When there is salt on the road and there is dirty, muddy, gross, nasty snow on the road.
Exactly.
This is even more valuable when you can come. Again, this is when multiple times a day comes in handy. So don't think about, well, yeah, it's summer, how much would I actually use it? Buy it now to have for the wintertime.
Exactly. That's what the Big Kahuna wash is super important to build that graphene ceramic coating on your paint, as well as it comes with the undercarriage wash, which gets the salt underneath to get that off your metal so it doesn't corrode.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to hit 90 at some point during the next couple of days. So nobody wants to think, I'm thinking about snow. And the minute the temperature's over 78, I'm already thinking snow should be here by now. But it's a really good thing to think ahead because you're going to use it a lot more than maybe what you think you will.
And not only that, but during the summer when it is too hot for you to get out and tackle your own car, just ride through the tunnel.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. We just came out of a drought condition.
Yeah.
Winchester is no longer in a drought situation. We're not even allowed sometimes throughout the summer to be able to wash our cars at our house because of the drought conditions. I'm guessing, because I've learned this over the years, you guys use recycled water, so you're not in violation of those drought rules, right?
Correct, yeah. We recycle most of our water. There's 4 different tanks in the back with carbon filters. It takes out literally everything. I would drink it, honestly. 80% of the water is reclaimed back into the system that we put out, and the rest of it's mostly evaporation.
I see that a lot in those what's up groups and what's happening groups. The minute that the towns put restrictions on watering your lawn, all of the people are like, yeah, but how come the car wash is still open? This is why the car wash is still open. You're doing the best you can for the environment.
Right.
So, Michael, tell me the web address. Where can I go online to learn about all of the stuff we've talked about today?
hang10carwash.com, and with the new website, at the very top is the Join Now button. Select your site, and it'll take you 4 easy steps. Just roll to the car wash, and you don't have to talk to anyone. You'll be able to wash your car right then and there. It'll recognize your license plate.
And then do you have social media? Are you on Facebook, Instagram, any of those?
Yep, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, all at Hang10Car
And then Ashley, if somebody is interested in talking to you about their fleet, or they want to reach out and have some sort of partnership to do a nonprofit fundraiser, they can do that via email. Is your contact information on the website?
Yes, my contact information is on the website. There is also a link for fleet inquiry. I can be reached by phone or email. All of the sites do have a fleet flyer and a fundraiser flyer that can be given to anybody who inquires, so that they have my contact information and a little bit of the basic information on what that would entail.
And I will put all of that in the show notes page, so people can easily go to thevalleytodaypodcast.com. Your email address, all of that stuff will be there. Excellent. For everybody too. But thank you for giving United Way $2,000, because that's what spurred, hey, you should do a radio show with me. If you're going to give me money, you get to be on the radio. But thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you for coming out to interview with us, Janet. We're excited and glad to be here.
And Michael, I'm excited. I'm going to have to call you when I bring my dogs out for the dog wash, because I feel like you want to be there to watch everybody wash their dogs.
I'll definitely take video of your dogs if you'll let me.
Can we make them TikTok famous?
Absolutely. We need a mascot.
That's true. And I have 2 to choose from, so it's perfect. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Janet. Appreciate it.
I will be back on Monday with a brand new episode of The Valley Today. In the meantime, a lot going on this weekend. I just learned on yesterday's show that tomorrow is Laurel Ridge Community College's night at the Winchester Royals. So they're going to be hosting that. President Kim Blosser is going to be throwing out the first pitch. They're going to have a ton of Laurel Ridge Community College swag and all of that cool fun stuff. Also, Frederick County Homesteaders is having their farm crawl this weekend. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. I'll put links to that in the show notes page as well. Have a great weekend and meet me back here on Monday.